In Podcast Business Journal recently, you shared an interview with Alexia, who is an entertainment lawyer. I'd love to dive into this a little bit deeper for our audience, especially around the section about IP ownership.
Yeah, I found it really fascinating. It was really interesting chatting to her. So she is an entertainment lawyer. She works for a big law company in New York, Claris Law. And I asked her, when contracts are signed around podcasting, what are the big mistakes that people make?
A big one is if I don't own the IP, it's a bad deal. And digging your heels in, whether it's as the creator or the production company, and focusing solely on ownership of the IP and not taking a step back. There's ownership of the IP, there's control over the IP, and there's the beneficial interest, the economic interest in the exploitation of the IP. And you can often get to the same place you want to be as a creator, as a production company, by taking a step back and speaking to each of those in turn, rather than just focusing on owning it.
And I really liked that idea of just calming down on the whole IP discussion. She also talked about just asking questions. You know, when you're writing contracts, why does this matter to you? Why won't you concede on this? Why won't you allow me to change that particular clause? I thought it was a really interesting thing. It reminds me of a lawyer that I used to work with about 10 or so years ago. And she was one of those lawyers that didn't come up with entertaining reasons why we couldn't do anything. She came up with what were the risks of doing something that way.